Good afternoon all. I am Pavani, PGT Biology, PTWRJC Boys, Maripeda. Today I want to take a class for class 9th. In the class 9th, the first chapter is cell and its structure and function. If we take a alive thing or a live thing, whatever it may be, those are filled up of with cells. Those are made up of with cells. So today I want to explain about the cell structure and its function. In the cell structure, first we see the boundary. So this is called plasma membrane. Plasma membrane. So this plasma membrane is built up of with so many lipids and proteins, and this is in two layers. Okay, this is the first structure of the cell, and in between a liquid like structure is there, that is called cytoplasm. So before explaining about the cytoplasm, I want to explain once more about the plasma membrane. So this plasma membrane is filled up with lipids and proteins. But this is only in the animal cell. So what about the plant cell? Plant cell is different apart from the animal cell. How? If we take plant cell, the plant cell's outermost wall is called as cell wall. Why this is called as plasma membrane and this is called as a cell wall? Because apart along with the lipids and proteins in the plant cell, it is also have some cellulose like structures. So that's why the animal's outer structure is very thin than plant cell. So this is the cell wall. Extra is proteins, lipids and cellulose like structures. Okay, so this is the outer wall of our cell, and the best part in the cell and the center part in the cell is nucleus. What is this? Nucleus. So nucleus is called as the center of the cell. Why? Because this is called as the center of the cell, because it has DNA and RNA in it. What are the genetical structures passed from our parents? That is in this nucleus. So if we see the nucleus part abroad, so that should be like this. This is the nucleus, and this is the nuclear membrane, and the inner part is called nucleolus. Here only the DNA and RNA, whatever the genetic material we are calling, that is in the nucleus.
Start.
Now I want to explain another part of the cell, that is mitochondria. This mitochondria is also called as powerhouse of the cell. Powerhouse of the cell. Why this is called as powerhouse of the cell? Because whatever the food we are eating, that is entered in the cell in it, and whatever the oxygen we are inhaling, that is also enters in the every cell in the mitochondria. In the mitochondria, that food plus whatever the oxygen we are inhaling, that oxygen combined together and forms energy. So this energy process will happen in the mitochondria only. So that's why it is called as powerhouse of the cell. The another part is endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum is elongated from the nuclear membrane. It is near the nuclear membrane. So it is two types, rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. And what are the uses and what are the functions of this endoplasmic reticulum? Rough endoplasmic reticulum, if you observe the rough endoplasmic reticulum, a small dot-like structures we can observe. Those are called ribosomes. So what is the use of these ribosomes? So by having these ribosomes, this endoplasmic reticulum is called as rough endoplasmic reticulum. By having ribosomes, it participates in the protein synthesis. And the another part is that doesn't have any ribosomes in it, that is called as smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So smooth endoplasmic reticulum is participated in the lipid synthesis. So these are the two functions of these two endoplasmic reticulums. The another part we are seeing here, no, this is called as a Golgi complex. Golgi complex. So what is the function of this Golgi complex in the cell? Golgi complex repairs and transport the material to all the organelles in it, whatever the endoplasmic reticulums and mitochondria and some other organelles in this cell, no. So it transports the material to all the organelles and sometimes it repair the organelles. So that is the function of the Golgi complex. And some other more dot-like structures we are seeing here, no, those are called ribosomes. And a greeny like structures here, no, so these are called lysosomes. So already we know the importance of the ribosomes. Along with the rough endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes are also participate in the synthesis of proteins. Here, what about the lysosomes? Lysosomes are called as suicidal bags of the cell. Why these are called as suicidal bags of the cell? Because these are participated in the rupture of the cell. These have some enzymes. Whenever the cell is not working, then the lysosomes are burst themselves and it collapses total the cell. So that's why the cell will also be collapsed. So that's why the lysosomes are called as suicidal bags of the cell. So these are the some important parts of the cells, and other more some minute particles are there. So those are vacuoles. So we can't see vacuoles in the animal cell. In the plant cells, these are in very number of vacuoles are there, but not in the animal cell. By having these vacuoles, the plant cell may absorb some water-like structures in it, but in the animal cell, it does not have any function in it. Just for an organelle, it is just like